everybody, Matt Modi here with OddsJam, ready to give you some NBA player prop bangers for today. So for those of you watching, would appreciate it, would help me out a ton if you could give me a like, if you could comment and subscribe, and then also hit me up on social media if you want to find me there at my Twitter handle, Jedi Modi. I didn't have NBA player prop video come out yesterday. It has been a rough couple days since we last spoke. Down 1.1K on Wednesday, down 500 yesterday. Now, obviously, these aren't only NBA player props. There's some baseball, some NBA, some other stuff filled in there. But when you win the first 4 days of the month, you expect, unfortunately, the other side of variance to hit you. So for today, I have 4 NBA player props for you guys, as well as a little bit of a dart throw. So we can get right into it, hoping to get back on that hot streak. So play number 1, I found using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page. And we were looking at Brandon Ingram to go under 6.5 assists plus 136 odds at Caesars. So the math behind this one is really good, which is why I ended up locking it in. I do understand that Ingram has been playing well, specifically as a facilitator recently, but at the end of the day, all we can really do is just trust the value. And the no vig odds that you see this column here is where everything comes from. You see these odds are priced at plus 128. You can view these as the most accurate line of what a market should be priced at. So for this Brandon Ingram under 6.5 assists has the true line of plus 128. We get it all the way up at plus 136 at Caesars. But the reason why I like this one, just look at where the other sportsbooks are pricing it, right? Bet365 plus 115, DraftKings plus 110, Betway plus 110. The OddsJam perfect line also has it at plus 110. Caesars is giving it to us all the way up at plus 136. So all those trends and stuff about how well Ingram has been playing as a, like I said, as a facilitator recently, these odds are all taken into account, and we're getting a huge value on Caesars at plus 136. Plus money means that you don't need to win as much of your bets in order to be profitable. At plus 136, we could win like 45% of the time and be profitable. So that's really all we need for this play, and that's kind of the whole logic behind betting plus money in general. You make more money when you bet plus money. Sometimes it really is as simple as that. And then the next play that we are locking in here is Herb Jones under 0.5 made 3-pointers. So he kind of took a step back as a shooter over the course of the season, but recently has played better, specifically shooting, right? He's gone over this 3-point total in each of his last 4 games, but prior to that, hadn't really been playing that well. So I don't necessarily think that just because recently that he has been shooting more, that's necessarily going to continue every single game. And again, we're getting a really, really good price here, which is the most important thing. Plus 160 odds at Bet365. The OddsJam perfect line prices this at about plus 151, plus 151 and a half if you want to round up. And again, we're getting it all the way up at plus 160. So the fact that he has been shooting more recently, that's taken into account with the odds, and that's why we're getting such a good price at plus 160. But look at where the other sportsbooks price it, right? FanDuel plus 136, Caesars plus 143, DraftKings plus 125. Then we see plus 135, plus 125, plus 130 with a couple that are like 18 cents lower with the OddsJam perfect line 8 cents lower. But when you're betting player props, what you want to do is make sure that you are beating the no vig odds of the majority of sportsbooks, which is what I hinted at with the Brandon Ingram one. But if you view the event page and open it in a new tab, this is the screen that you will see, right? Every sportsbook and where they're pricing a play at with the option to show no vig odds. So you want to click this button, and what it does is it shows exactly what it sounds like. The no vig line of every single sportsbook that is pricing this play. And remember, we locked it in at plus 160. So we want to make sure, okay, do the majority of sportsbooks that price this play have their no vig odds at a number below plus 160? And the answer is yes. Of all of the markets that are pricing this, remember, we locked it in at Bet365, so we could ignore that. Only 2 books, Caesars and the OddsJam line, have it priced above plus 160, which means that the majority have it priced below, which is a good sign for us. So this is play number 2, Herb Jones under 0.5 made 3-pointers, plus 160 odds at Bet365. The next tools I used to find some plays is the low holds tool, where I found a couple plays A low hold is when you can bet both sides of a market and get close to a 0% hold. The goal of this and the logic for it, take advantage of like deposit matches, playthrough bonuses, or if you need to hit an extra rewards system that a sportsbook is offering, right? The next tier of a reward system. That's what the low hold is for. But you can also use it to find profitable bets, which is exactly what I found here under Aaron Nesmith under 4.5 rebounds, minus 106 odds at FanDuel. So I know that Nesmith is having his playing time increased over the last couple days, last couple weeks of the regular season, but it has not translated specifically to rebounds, which is why, A, I like this play, but B, the most important thing obviously is the value. So minus 106 at FanDuel. Look at every other book in the minus 120s with only points bet being close at minus 115. Then we see one book 13 cents higher at minus 119, just providing the odds there. But we can do the same thing that I always recommend doing. View the event page, open it in a new tab, and let's see where the other sportsbooks price it. So we're going to click show no vig odds. We're looking at Aaron Nesmith. And again, we locked it in at minus 106. So we want to make sure that the majority of sportsbooks have it priced below minus 106. And the answer is yes, majority of them do. We see a couple books like two, Bet Rivers, another one, and then PointsBet price it below minus 106 with every other book pricing it above. Some we see up to like minus 113 on DraftKings and Betway, and then minus 115 up here. So we are getting a good play here. Aaron Nesmith under 4.5 rebounds, minus 106 at FanDuel. And then my dart throw of the day is Killian Hayes to record a double-double. Now remember, we're getting this up at plus 550. So unit size this one down a little bit, like a quarter of a unit. I put 25 bucks on him to record a double-double, but I do like it. First of all, the value here is the most important thing, right? Plus 550 at FanDuel. DraftKings is a little bit close, 80 cents lower at plus 470, with the other books plus 336 and plus 400. Now, Killian Hayes is another example of a young player getting more playing time as the season comes to an end. The risk here is that he might not even score 10 points because he's not a great scorer, but the past couple games he's come close, specifically with the assists. So we're hoping for him to get 10 points and 10 assists. And at plus 550, I think it's a worthy dart throw. So that is going to be it. So 4 player props for you guys to lock in, 3 regular ones, 1 dart throw banger. If you're tailing these, comment and let me know. Other than that, as I mentioned, remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit me up on social media, and that's it. So enjoy the games and have a good one.